Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here as always. So it's been over 2 years now since I first threw my leg over a motorbike. I've learned a lot and developed my skills as a rider, but in terms of a biking career, 2 years is nothing. So today I'm going to talk about what I have learned in the short time I've been a biker. And the first thing I do know is that learning starts after you pass your test and not before. The test is important, it's a way of earning your freedom on a bike, but make no mistake, this is only the beginning of your two-wheeled learning. This is when all the decision making falls on you and you alone. In the first 6 months and going on, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and that's okay. It is part of the process and part of the fun, and this is going to be the time where you really develop quickly as a rider. You're going to know what you're not good at, you're going to find out what you are good at, and you're going to make a lot of improvement. The next thing I've learned is that we as new riders, we are not ready for bigger motorbikes. Of course, you think you're going to be able to handle a Fireblade or an R1, but in reality you should stay far away from the bigger bikes, for now anyway. When I first started out, I thought being on the A2 restricted license was a load of crap. I should be allowed to ride whatever I wanted. 2 years down the line though, I've realised I was being a bit of an idiot back then. I'm quite grateful I've had the time on a smaller bike. I feel like it's given me the time to establish myself as a rider, and it's only as I've come to the end of the 2 years of riding that I feel I am ready for the next step up. So enjoy being on the smaller bikes. Make sure you take the time to get your skill set ready for the bigger bikes in the future. And to be honest, most bikers don't really give a shit what you ride, they just care about how you ride. And coming off a motorbike is horrific and humbling at the same time. It's a moment that most bikers consider a rite of passage to becoming a proper biker. Once you drop your bike, that's it, you are part of the club. Regardless, it sucks. The moment of not knowing how much damage has been done to you or your bike is one of pure panic and dread. But once you know that you can walk it off and your bike will ride another day, the only thing that really is damaged is your ego. It's going to make you re-evaluate and rethink how you ride once you've come off your bike, and your whole attitude towards riding. I remember the first time I dropped my bike, I was cocky and arrogant and thought I had more skills than I actually did, and that was the danger zone. So when I did come off the bike, I really had to rethink about my attitude towards being on two wheels, and it really did help. It made me a better rider, a safer rider, and I haven't had any accidents since, fingers crossed. Now, one thing I have learned in the 2 years is the biker community is like nothing else. I seriously love being able to call myself a biker and being part of the group. The biker community, it starts with the biker nod and goes up to other bikers helping bikers. The biker nod is a mark of respect to your fellow biker, a quick nod to say to the bike going the other way, I'm on two wheels and so are you, and that's pretty damn cool. Bikers around the world have done tons of charity work for really great causes, things like toy runs every year at Christmas. They're really great, I've been part of them, lots of fun, again for awesome causes. And especially if you're in a local group, you will find other bikers in the group. They will be willing to help you. Just because you're a biker, it does mean something. And ride outs as a bike group are just awesome. There is something about 50 odd bikes riding in a pack that is just brilliant. Now, I've mentioned this frequently and probably will again. Some drivers and riders are just complete idiots. You're going to meet them out there on the road, it's a fact. So just be careful. You can't avoid it, they're out there. Another thing one bike will never be enough. You could have a brand new Ducati Panigale V4 sat on your driveway, and there is always going to be another bike that steals your heart. It's true, regardless of what you ride, how nice or fancy your bike is, and how much love you have for it, there's going to be a bike out there that you see that you think, bloody hell, I want that one. And again, this is another thing I've mentioned. Keep on learning and developing as a rider. It's so important. I've always been a firm believer that if you stop learning on a motorbike, you are doing something wrong. You should always be finding a new way to develop yourself. Even if it's the small things like on your way to work, you try a different technique, you try and lean your bike round corners more. Small things like that, it's going to improve you as a rider. But there are other things you can do as well. If you ride bikes purely on the road, go out and do a dirt bike course or something. Also, if you have only ever ridden cruisers, go to your local dealer, take a sports bike out for a test ride, and the other way round. Do an advanced rider course or a biker down course. Just do something to keep pushing yourself, to keep learning as a biker. It really is important. On a similar kind of note, don't be afraid to take a different route, to one that you don't know. Take a different turn off, go down some roads that you've never been down before, break up the commute, because that is what biking's all about. As cliche as it is freedom. So yeah, mix it up every now and then. Don't always stick to the same roads. And again, learn from older riders with more experience. It makes a huge difference because they will teach you things you have never known about biking. As frequently mentioned, I made a video about it. I ride with my granddad all the time. He has over 50 years of biking experience. I would be an idiot not to draw on that wealth of knowledge. And other people in my local bike group that I ride with, they've taught me so much. So make sure that you, even just having conversations with bikers with a bit more experience than you is going to make a massive difference. So make sure you're doing that, guys. And it sounds like a small thing, this next one, but it is really important. Learn to do your own maintenance on your bike. I'm not talking about the big stuff, not talking about full engine rebuilds, but the small stuff is important. Making sure you know what to look at to make sure your bike's in tip-top shape and how to do it. Things like cleaning your chain and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you learn how to do it yourself. Okay. Well, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about for this video, guys. As always, if you think I've chatted a load of crap, let me know. If you think I made some good points, also let me know. Cheers for watching, guys. Have a good one.